Are we doing enough to protect children from county lines?
Just for a moment, we want to take you back to when you were 14. Do you remember how it felt? What your hopes and worries were? AJ is 14 and there's a chapter in his story.
AJ is instructed to deliver a holdall to a Kent address.
By instructed, we mean he is offered protection and a £500 payment, all the threat of his sister being raped if he refuses.
Given a mobile and train ticket, he skips school. The address is a trap house. When AJ arrives, he's ordered to head to another address. Cold and tired, AJ is attacked on the way by masked strangers who take the mobile and cash.
This is how the elders keep AJ in debt bondage, forced to deliver and deal drugs to repay the cost of the stolen Deal Line mobile, a theft that the gang elders orchestrated from a 6-bed mansion in leafy suburbia. Starving,
AJ is caught on CCTV shoplifting and threatening a shop assistant. Reported missing by his parents, terrified he may have been stabbed, AJ eventually returns home.
Do you see AJ as a criminal or a victim of exploitation?
AJ is one of an estimated 27,000 gang-affected UK children and victim of one of 2,000 county lines networks.
These networks coerce and control children as young as 11 to sell drugs, travel from urban to suburban and rural areas.
The Marley Boys,
Moscow 17,
Kilburn Bandits,
Church Road Soldiers,
to name just a few London gangs sending out teenagers in a £500 million, profit-driven, commercially aggressive industry.
It affects children in serious and wide-ranging ways, leading to isolation, sexual abuse, mental ill health and criminalisation.
An epidemic of child criminal exploitation.
It is a major factor in the highest number of fatal stabbings since the Office for National Statistic Records began. Rotherham,
Oxford,
Huddersfield.
We must learn from mistakes in these scandals, or else children groomed into county lines may become a lost generation. However, social workers are hampered in their safeguarding role because the current child protection framework focuses on safety and risks within a child's family, not community setting. You don't need to be a social worker to understand that the required fortnightly visits to a teenager unwilling to talk, influenced by money and fear, risk being a tick box exercise. Child protection conferences, the focus of safety planning, will alienate parents if their perceived failings are the focus. Where dangers come from outside the family, it is those risks that need to be addressed.
The child protection system should be overhauled to encompass contextual safeguarding innovations. This approach recognises that community partners in places where young people gather, places like fast food outlets, taxi ranks, stations, parks and shopping centres are critical in creating safety. They're the noticers, and involving them in child protection is fundamental to understanding young people's experiences and disrupting county lines.
Seeing young people in context isn't new for Brent, but it was the murder of teenager Kamari Barnes, stabbed outside his school in 2017 by another teenager, that really shifted Brent's approach. Since then, there have been a series of changes implemented to protect Brent gang-affected children, including those groomed into county lines.
For example, the 9 AM daily integrated risk management meetings, where the police, social workers and youth offending service can swiftly share overnight intelligence and plan safeguarding strategies.
The Brent-led Rescue and Response Partnership is at the heart of Pan-London County Lines work. The project helps affected young people through organisations like Safer London, St Giles and Aleander, the last one's for girls because more and more girls are being exploited in this way. Taking a contextual approach, the project also works with the police to actively disrupt county lines networks.
What does this really mean?
Well, it's a systems change approach. It involves things like identifying a fast food outlet that's a grooming and dealing hub, sharing the outlet's CCTV footage with the police, installing better outside lighting, and training up the staff so they have confidence to recognise and talk to young people who seem to be at risk.
But alongside these innovations, we need specific changes to the child protection framework so it's fit for purpose for county line cases. We have a wish list.
First, a new category to explain why a particular child on a child protection is on a child protection plan. The current categories of abuse and neglect reference the dangers from within the family, not the wider community. Many families feel unfairly blamed, and this labelling problem could easily be fixed.
Second, Tools that put young people in the centre finding their safety need to be integral to child protection work. Tools like peer group mapping that show risky and safe friends and acquaintances, and safety mapping, in which a young person marks up their safe and unsafe areas.
Third, community protection partners should sit around the table with families and professionals at child protection conferences. The national working together guidance should absolutely require this. These changes are not the cure for this escalating problem, but they will provide a more effective basis for partnership safeguarding.
Alongside this, we need a greater focus on prevention. Once a child has been groomed by a gang, leaving is very difficult and some are even tortured. Nationwide, austerity has cut spending on preventative youth services less than half of what it was 6 years ago. Brent is investing in on-the-street outreach work, but where's the national strategy to address this?
But, a word of caution. Beware of stereotypes and assumptions. AJ is white, middle class, and goes to private school, a new target of this highly sophisticated county lines exploitation.
Recent crisis meetings between the government and police are all very well, but funding priorities must fully embrace the fact that the young people in this broadening group are all victims.
So, let's take this back to where we started and be very clear. In the face of county lines, the current framework for child protection is not enough to keep our children safe. We need more political and financial investment nationally, and a community-focused, contextual approach. AJ's life depends upon it.